of human history has led to this moment. The irony is we created you. And nature has been punishing us ever since.
All right, that was a clip from the War for the Planet of the Apes, which marches into theaters today. This is the final installment in 20th Century Fox's refurbished trilogy. It is expected to rake in more than $60 million opening weekend. Joining me right now in the FOXlight host, Senior Vice President of Marketing here at Fox News, Michael Tammero. Michael, this looks good.
Oh, it is good, Maria.
Yeah, did you like it?
It's probably the best of the trilogy so far, sort of wraps up this trilogy. It's one of the better reviewed of the three movies. And what I loved about this franchise is each movie gets better and better, and they always show you something that you haven't seen in the previous film. And this one in particular plays homage, I love that word, to the original 1968 version. So throughout the movie, you're going to be like, oh, so that's how that happened. You're going to be doing that a lot.
And you sat down with the main players.
I did. I sat down with Andy Serkis, who's like a motion capture genius. He plays Caesar, and director Matt Reeves, who told me all about this latest installment.
Together, strong.
We've seen them rise, we've seen their dawn, and now it's time for war.
Where do we find Caesar after the last one?
Well, at the end of Dawn, we saw the apes on the brink of war, and now we pick up 3 years later, and they have been suffering. They're in a really bad way. They're clinging on for survival, as are the humans.
And he is trying to find some way to get through this. He gets pushed by the extremes of war to a place that he's never been pushed before.
No mercy, no peace. This is war.
In the cycle of these films, like if you think of this as like a trilogy that's about Caesar, that last leg has to be the thing that turns him into the ape Moses, the seminal figure of ape history, who all apes will look back to and say, like, wow, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here.
I did not start this war. I fight only to protect apes.
He follows this dark journey.
He really
for a
does.
good part of the movie. What was that like as an actor?
It was amazing to actually get to this point of Caesar's life, and then suddenly to become a completely other different being. And then combined with that was his evolutionary journey. It's a very heady, complex mix, and that was just fascinating to play.
Have you come to save your apes?
I came for you.
So good and intense. Woody Harrelson, talk to us, Maria.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody, baby, come on.
That is awesome.
I'm a gentle little fella.
Okay, what about Spider-Man, though? I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming came out last weekend. It has been dominating the box office, grossing over $117 million. How does this compare?
It's going to be neck and neck. It's going to be tight. Even if Spider-Man falls 40, 50%, it will still be right up there, about $50, $60 million, which is what War for Planet of the Apes is expected to bring in this weekend.
And then there's Wonder Woman. They don't call her Wonder Woman for nothing. So the summer blockbuster boasts the best hold of any superhero film in 15 years.
Yeah. Pretty incredible. I mean, you and I both agreed after we saw Batman vs. Superman that Gal Gadot was the best thing about that movie. And people are really responding to this audience.
Are we seeing women take on stronger roles in Hollywood, you think?
You know, I think it's a great time to be a woman in Hollywood. The roles are so much better, even though 2016 was down from 2015 in terms of leading roles for women. It comprised about 29% of the overall roles in the top 100 box office movies. But the characters are just so great. You know, when I left Star Wars, The Force Awakens, I caught, it had to be an 8-year-old girl with her father. And she said, Dad, it's so great to see the girl lead beat up the guy in the movie. And I was just like, wow, it's sort of a good time to be raising girls right now. Yeah.
That's great. That's a great analogy. Michael, good to see you.
Good to see you.
We'll be watching the slate of movies this weekend for sure.